the narrative that the Patriots just won the AFC Championship game last week because Jarrett Stidham is starting. Where do you sit with that one, Chris?
Oh, that it's a foregone conclusion they win?
I mean, listen.
I don't like that talk. I mean, they're not going to talk like that. Vrabel's not going to talk like that. They're going to Denver, and they're playing a team that, Sean Payton is one of the best offensive coaches in history, in my opinion. And he's done a lot with a little before at quarterback. I mean, he didn't always have Drew Brees. He can make, chicken soup, if you will.
Is that in relation to chicken salad, Chris?
Yeah, chicken salad.
Understood. Okay.
And I'm not calling Jarrett Stidham chicken salad, but this is not a big sample size. And
he hasn't started in 2 years, Chris.
Sean Payton, and I will say, one time I saw him start, maybe it was with the Raiders, I don't remember, but I was like, this guy's not bad. I mean, and Sean Payton doesn't think he's bad because he finds the backup quarterback to be a really important spot. And that's a team that, they played their hearts out last week and they deserve to win. And they're one game away. And you can sell hope to a team that's one game away. And especially a team that's got the guys outside that can strap you up, right? You talk about how does New England's offense match up, right? I think one of the biggest question marks I have is, can the front hold up? Because we saw a little preview at home, and I think Will Campbell's going to be a very good player in the league. But Will Anderson and those guys, they got after that group. And in that football game, C.J. Stroud puts the ball on the ground what felt like 35 times, right? And so Denver's going to take care of the football if they can. They're going to have a creative game plan. Sean's going to be pulling out the stops. It's the nothing to lose thing. And it's a front that's hungry and a cover group that can take guys away on the outside. They can muddy this game up. So I'm not going to count them out. But to the people that say New England's just had it easy, so they're not a good football team, I think you're crazy. I watch this team and I see an adult football team. And it's the Vrabel effect. It's the Josh McDaniels effect.
It's the Drake May effect too, Chris. That throw he made to Booty over Derek Stingley Jr. probably had a 1% chance of working. He put it in the only spot Booty could get it with one hand. That's no piker he threw over or threw towards. I mean, that's real deal big boy pants stuff, Chris.
It wouldn't make me upset if he won the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't. And when you look at what he's had around him, a team with an 8-game win total or whatever it is, nobody, some people thought they might be a wild card team, but they're just, listen, from a game plan standpoint, early in that game to know if we jump Houston, it's going to be hard for them to come back. They're not built for that. Let's get aggressive. Look at the in cuts they hit and being able to handle a wet ball that Drake May dropped a couple times because of the rush, and he does need to be a little less comfortable in the pocket if that makes sense. Last 2 weeks, there's been a couple times where he kind of just sat in his lazy boy at the end of the LA game, and then last week where you're close to giving the ball up a couple times, and if Houston falls on that football in the red zone, who knows what happens in that game. But to come out, beat man coverage, be aggressive. The short to intermediate passing game is such a weapon in the NFL. They've got it. And they also have a guy who can take the top off the defense. So, and look at the way the teams become more trustworthy as years gone on. They played Pittsburgh early in the season, lost that game. They turned the ball over 6 times. Stevenson fumbles, all this stuff. It feels like Vrabel gives the group confidence, and it's like they grow up at a 2x rate. You know what I mean? These young guys just he's such a great coach. And also think about having a DC that leaves because of a health reason, and you've got a new defensive coordinator, and he's he's done such a good job in the playoffs. Hell, when are they going to start talking about him as a guy who gets interviews? Core has done a great job. I mean, they said openly guys were coming up to him after the wild card game and saying, I didn't know what you were in. Okay? He's done a fantastic job, and Milton Williams being back makes a big difference. So that team can win the whole thing.
Obviously, the Patriots are playing very, very well, but Your pal Nick Foles went top rope on his post here. Firing away that a positive note going to the game against the Patriots is that they struggle against backup quarterbacks in championship-type games.
I love Nick. Nick is the nicest dude in the world. And, honestly, he's a mensch. But he will legitimately sometimes flex his muscle a little bit as being, the guy that beat Brady. He likes doing that. And it's not in an arrogant way. It's look at me, regular Joe. I beat Tom Brady. And so I hope Nick makes all the money. If Denver goes to the Super Bowl, I hope Nick makes $1 million. It couldn't happen to a better guy.
Yeah, right. So, and obviously, Kurt Warner will be talking about it on Wednesday's show, no doubt about it. So, do you like the Patriots at the end of the day, or what do you think?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I got to really
Seahawks
as the week goes on. Okay. And I think Pat Seahawks would be a great game. Mm-hmm. But as the week goes on, I kind of I'll like somebody on Monday or Tuesday, but then really, and some people might know what I'm talking about. You don't really know until Saturday. Mm-hmm. And so check back with me Saturday, but I do think Denver can keep it. Obviously, I think New England's the favorite, but you got to have a plan for the rushers. And I think Denver could go tempo. I think they could make you uncomfortable. I think they're going to pull every trick out in the book. And you got a hell of a coach leading the way for them in Sean Payton.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.